My dear mother and dad, this is the strangest letter I have ever had to write, and I hope and trust that it will never have to be mailed. We are sailing in dangerous waters and may go into battle any time. So I'm writing this in case I don't live to see you all again. I am leaving this with the chaplain of the USS, one of the finest men I have ever known, to be mailed in case, and if this letter does not explain everything you want to know about me in my last minutes, you can write him and I am sure he will tell you anything that you want to know. I am glad I can say in truth that you have been the best mother and dad in the world, and may God bless you both. In case you get this letter, let Louise know about it as soon as possible. Tell all my brothers and sisters and family goodbye for me, and may God bless each and every one of them. We are sailing on, and the great adventure may come at any time. I think I am ready for the test, and if I do not come through, I am prepared to meet God, and hope to meet my loved ones in heaven. All I ever have been I owe to my darling mother and dad. The money I have in the bank belongs to you, mother and dad. If I had lived to be 100 years old and given you everything I had, it would never begin to pay you back for what you have done for me. My last goodbye to you all, your son, Oscar Calloway Stone. The battleship USS North Carolina participated in the Battle of the Eastern Solomons on August 24th and 25th, 1942. The Americans struck first, sinking the carrier Prancing Dragon to prevent Japanese troops from reaching Guadalcanal, where Allied forces landed. The Japanese counterattacked with dive bombers and torpedo bombers covered by fighters, striking at Enterprise and North Carolina. In a mere 8-minute action, the ship's anti-aircraft battery shot down between 7 and 14 enemy aircraft, her gunners remaining at their post despite the jarring detonations of 7 near misses. One sailor was killed by strafing, but the ship was undamaged. While patrolling south of the Solomon Islands, I-19 sighted and fired 6 long-range torpedoes in rapid sequence. 3 torpedoes struck their target, causing tremendous damage. The task group commander ordered WASP to be sunk that night. The remaining 3 torpedoes raced on across several miles into the Hornet task group. 1 torpedo hit destroyer O'Brien. The 3rd exploded into North Carolina's port side. It hit just forward of the 12-inch thick armor belt designed to protect her from torpedoes. The enormous blast shook the ship and crew and sent geysers of oil and water skyward. Tons of water quickly flooded through the enormous 32 by 18-foot torpedo hull. The water caused the ship to list. The crew quickly righted the ship by intentionally flooding compartments on the opposite side. 5 men were killed and 23 were wounded. We've always been interested in the paranormal. To satisfy our curiosity, we set out to investigate.
Trying to tell me something?
Over the last like 3 or 4 weeks. I work this shift alone. I'm the only one here, and nobody really.
At every location we investigate, we ask spirits to tell their stories and hope they will find peace in being heard. Prior to starting, Amy and I sat on the bow of the ship and watched the sunset while clearing our minds in preparation for tonight's investigation. We knew going into this investigation that the size of this ship was massive, so we asked guests to come aboard and help investigate with us. When the guests arrived, we asked them to go through the ship and get their bearings before lights out, while I placed our static cameras. With cameras placed and guests oriented, it was time for lights out aboard the USS North Carolina. Since we were most familiar with the history of the torpedo attack, we started our investigation on the port side of the ship. While I was preparing some equipment, Amy started a spirit box session hoping to communicate with the men who died in the torpedo blast. A voice comes through the spirit box letting us know we are getting closer.
Are we sitting where the torpedo hit the ship? Let's do it. Close. Thank you for responding.
As Amy started to receive intelligent responses from the spirit box, I rushed to get my camera turned on.
Tell me when to stop. Am I close?
Is it closer?
Keep going.
Let's listen to this again.
Is it closer? Is it closer?
Tell me when to stop.
Could this be the spirit of Sailor Oscar Stone letting us know that he is still aboard this ship? Or could it be one of the other 4 sailors who died in the torpedo blast? Unfortunately, the spirit did not identify itself.
Is it right below me? Is it right over here? Closer? Yeah? Is it right here? Did I go too far?
I thought I went too far.
Too far?
Let's listen to this again.
I thought I went too far. I thought I went too far.
Too far?
I thought I went too far.
Too far? Better? Yeah?
Better.
Okay, right here?
Let's listen to this again.
Am I here? Better? Yeah?
Better.
Okay. Better? Yeah?
Better.
Okay, right here?
In all the locations we've investigated over the past year,
Right here?
this is the first time we had a spirit guide us to the location that we were inquiring about. Meanwhile, in other parts of the ship, our guests were busy with their own investigations.
That's fine. Okay.
Alright. I don't really know what your name is. But I do you like to push ladies around. You know that's not okay.
Not in this day and age. You need to get with the times.
I know I'm in the men's bathroom here, but
I wonder if people on the boat had to deal with bugs like this.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
it's just because it's moored in the. Oh wow.
Ooh. This looks promising in here.
Is this?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, this is the
Yeah.
Telegraph Revolutions. Is this the like?
This is the bridge.
This is a star, and of course, I'm not gonna grab anything because I know it's a stationary boat. But my luck, I will.
And off we go.
Much respect.
Oh my goodness, look at the chair. I'm excited over a chair.
I don't think we can go up anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. They've got this part blocked off.
That's the only thing frustrating about being up here is anything you hear, it's like.
Yeah, the sound is carrying so far from across the river.
As Amy and I make our way into the bakery shop, we wanted to try a new approach on interacting with the spirits aboard this ship. We thought of playing music from their time period. The reason for the music was that Donald Wickman, a member of the showboat band aboard this ship, once said, "We played what the guys wanted to hear. They didn't want to hear marches, they wanted to hear a dance band. We had a very good dance band." We did not know if we were going to get anything by playing music. However, we wanted to try and see what we would get.
Maybe you like this song.
Is there somebody here? The spirit box just stopped working. This has only happened one other time.
Do you enjoy the music? You want to hear the music, so you shut the spirit box down? What? Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Sorry, I stopped the music.
At this moment, we're not certain that a spirit had turned the spirit box off. However, if a spirit had, then we decided to walk out of the bakery and leave the music running for a few minutes. While the music was playing, we decided to try a new device known as the Paranormal Puck 2 to see whether we can communicate with this spirit.
Would you like some music?
Please.
Count Basie? I've got some Count Basie on here. Yep, there's some. Who were you fighting? Did you work in the bakery?
When Amy asked, "Did you work in the bakery?" 3 responses that appeared were look, cook, and 5. At that very moment in time, we did not put much weight on those 2 words and the number 5 after they appeared. However, in the next few minutes, the word look will have a significant impact on Amy. For the number 5, could that be a spirit letting us know that he was one of the 5 that had died in the torpedo blast? Or could he be one of the 3 that died in friendly fire in Director Turret number 5? We do believe that there's something looming around the bakery shop and enjoys listening to music. So much so that it stops the spirit box from working.
What did you cook here? Did you see that?
I did not.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I saw something that walked by there. That scared the shit.
As my camera was focused on the paranormal puck, in the corner of Amy's eye, she notices a white figure move right to left just outside of the bakery shop. It shook her up so badly that we decided to take a break.
Holy cow. No, that's not what it was.
You gonna be alright? We knew we were onto something after being successful with using music as an investigative tool in the bakery shop, which will set the style of our investigation for the remainder of the night.
Laura dancing in the bathroom.
Ashley, Ryan, Sarah, and Laura get together and make their way over to investigate a known legend of a male presence that likes to lurk in the men's bathroom. The legend is that of a man that likes to touch only women. Women that have reported of being touched, and some have reported of being pushed. As you can see, Laura is trying to communicate with the spirit through the means of having the spirit move the flashlight just enough to make the light blink on for a split second. To achieve this, one must loosen the contact just enough between the battery and the light bulb, which helps enable the flashlight to turn on easier. Now, when you do this, one must really be cautious to note whether this was in fact an entity that had turned on the flashlight or an outside influence, such as vibration from footsteps nearby that allowed the bulb to come back into contact with the battery.
Can anyone turn that on? I had a hard time turning it on. I'm slapping it.
As Laura begins to ask questions with the hopes of an entity turning the flashlight on, that a light anomaly will fly into Laura and disappear.
Half-naked men running around in here, you know, especially with 3 women in here, like, like, no, I promise, I'm so strong.
So, can I even turn it on? Okay, so
Did you see the light anomaly fly into Laura?
Hit it real hard, so if that thing turned on.
Let's watch this again.
Like, no, I promise, I'm so strong.
So, can I even turn it on?
Like, no, I promise, I'm so strong.
Okay.
Felt somebody flick my ear.
Not her ear.
Right, the flashlight is what we're really going for.
Please. Maybe.
I know, maybe it's like...
It's like the anti...
Yeah.
Our guest captured another light anomaly. Watch as this orb enters Laura through her chin. Right after the orb disappears, a few seconds later, she starts rubbing her neck.
It's fine, just talk about it in therapy. Thanks, guys. Might take down a girl's confidence.
Let's watch this again.
It's fine, just talk about it in therapy. Thanks, guys. Might take down a girl's confidence. It's fine, just talk. Thanks, guys. Might take down a girl's confidence. Suddenly need to go up on deck and get some air.
Once everyone had taken a break, gotten some fresh air, cleared their minds, we grouped back up and made our way back into the ship and down into the operating room for the final investigation of the night.
If you turned this camera off, can you come over here and make this little device light up?
You don't see this happen, however, when we started this session my camera shuts off by itself. We'll soon find out that it didn't turn off by itself.
That was great. I love that. What was it? What did you say? Hello!
Once we started getting a response from the REM pod, we decided to try some music, hoping that the spirit might respond. What we captured ended up being the most continuous REM pod activity we've captured.
Thank you.
Hey, there you go.
Welcome back.
Thank you for making
Turn the camera off.
Yes.
Power
Yeah.
button to turn it off.
Yes.
Hey, I just got chills. It's such a prankster. It is. I love it.
You see that?
Same.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I got
Turn the power off. I mean, if it turned the camera off earlier.
Are you liking giving us goosebumps? Oh my goodness. Oh.
Are
you're
you
loving it. Yeah,
are you having fun messing with us? Is this music better? Bass. Count Basie? Do you want Count Basie?
You played a bassy song over in the bakery, and some things happened afterwards.
I thought I heard the bass notes better. Indian stuff on.
Oh, Count Basie?
Count Basie. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Give me just a second.
Easy picture.
That's Count Basie.
Do you like that?
If you like the song, can you make it light up?
Do you like Count Basie? We won't go back to In the Mood.
We were getting little response with Count Basie's music, so we went back to Glenn Miller's In the Mood, which was the song we had played before. Watch what happens when this music starts.
Back to In the Mood.
Yes. Yep. There's the moneymaker.
Wow.
Got good taste.
You're welcome. Wow. You like that?
I like that one too.
Me too. That might be one of my favorite songs.
It's like obviously.
Right.
I like this one's String of Pearls. No, he likes this one. Yeah.
Who?
Hedy Lamar?
Hedy Lamar. Did she sing? She did?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, but you like Hedy Lamar. I don't know that she sang.
She's a good looker though. Doesn't matter if she can sing or not.
He was like in the mood. He wants to be quiet. Holy cow. Here it comes. Big finish. Almost. Wow. Here it comes.
Sorry, you gotta build up to it.
Ready? There it is.
We're back.
We're back. We're back here to test this out. Show people it's really you. Okay, so it was sitting here.
Here you go.
No, nothing.
Nothing. It's not registering anything.
Not registering anything.
Once the surgery room REM pod session was over, Amy and I went back with the Mel meter to measure any electromagnetic activity that may be occurring in the surgery room in an effort to debunk the REM pod. Interesting.
We'll check the room.
What about above you?
0. It's all 0.
Let me see.